Hi everyone, my name is Celeste. Welcome and thank you for being here. Today's class is going to be a strength and mobility flow for your shoulders. Now, before we begin, I would like to explain why we're doing what we're doing. So if you don't fancy listening to me chatting about shoulder anatomy, feel free to skip me all the way up to this minute and go ahead and start with the flow. All right, so let's take a look at the anatomy of the shoulder joint. Okay, so I'm going to show you here in this picture, pretty picture of all the bones that make up your shoulder joint, but I would like us to feel them for ourselves. So we're going to start putting our fingers on the center of our chest, and we can feel this bony part. This is called your sternum. If we go all the way up, at some point, the sternum has this little smiley shape, this U shape here, and if we trace this U shape up, we're going to find a little corner. And here starts your clavicule. So the clavicule is this bone, also called collarbone. If you continue through your collarbone, at some point, you're going to feel your scapula, this wing bone that we have here at the back. You can see it in the image as well. And of course, we also have the humerus, right? The bone that is on your upper arm. Now, these are the bones that make up your shoulder joint, but of course, there are a few joints making up this shoulder joint particularly. And so we're going to trace them as well. There are 4, and we're going to start the first one. You feel again your sternum. And remember this little part that I said, this slide little pike here. This, where your sternum meets your clavicle, this is called SternoClavicular joint. Now, if we continue through the clavicle all the way open to your shoulder, at some point your clavicle will meet your shoulder blade, and they meet through a part of your shoulder blade called your acromion. And so the name of this joint is AcromioClavicular joint. Then, of course, your humerus at some point will meet your shoulder blade. And so this is called your Scapulo Humeral joint. And now, last but not least, is your Scapulo Thoracic joint. And this is the way your scapula relates to your thoracic spine, because if you can see on this picture, maybe I have another better picture for this, your scapula is resting on your thoracic spine, and it moves. As we move the shoulder, it moves around your thoracic spine, so that's also considered as part of your shoulder joints. All right, amazing. So these are all the joints that make up your shoulder. And there's something really cool about your shoulder, something that is called the Scapulo Humeral rhythm. And this basically means that whenever you move your humerus, your scapula moves as well. If we pay a little bit deeper attention, we might, of course, notice that whenever the scapula moves, your clavicule will move as well, and your SternoClavicular joint will, of course, participate on the movement. Now, the shoulders are a very mobile joint of your body. They can do all these cool movements, flexion, extension, abduction, adduction, rotation. We can combine them all. And so having in mind this idea of the shoulder is not only these 2 bones getting together, but rather this whole situation going on here, considering the scapulo-humeral rhythm, we can start to understand that whenever we want to work with the shoulders, it's not only like just your deltoids here, it's a lot of things that are going on around your shoulder to move the scapula, to move the humerus, to move the clavicle, and of course to, as well, stabilize all of this situation on the shoulder. And so since I said before, the shoulders are such a mobile part of your body, it is always a great idea to keep them as mobile and as strong as possible. Okay, so without talking any longer, let's get to it. Okay, so if you have any props, first of all, that you would like to use in your practice, please feel free to bring them to you. If you have blocks, straps, anything that you know that supports your class, go ahead and bring them to you. And we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. You are going to choose yours. I am going to sit up on a block, cross-legged, but you can be sat up on a bolster or on the floor, kneeling. You choose the way is more comfortable to you. Once you find your way there, let's close our eyes. If you don't want to have your eyes closed, then you can just soften your gaze or keep them open. Let's inhale and grow tall. Imagine you had a ball over your head that you needed to push up to the ceiling. You can rest your hands on your knees or on your lap. Let's take these first few moments to arrive and to connect to our breath, to slow down. Let's do a quick scan of the body. How does my energy feel? How does my body feel? Now today we're going to be working on the shoulders, and it might happen that the shoulders gather a lot of tension. And so if you feel any aches or pains or discomfort at any point, please feel free to modify or to stop at any time that you feel like you need to. Amazing. So let's use our breath. Remember to inhale and let the belly grow, and exhale and release the air. And we're going to use the breath to let the tension melt out of your body, out of your shoulders. Let's do one releasing breath, inhaling through the nose. Exhale and sigh it out. Nice. Without opening the eyes, we're going to place both hands together and we're going to start rubbing the hands. Now we're going to give a little bit of sensory stimulation to our arms and our shoulders to wake up the skin. Grab your fingers, between your fingers, the back of your palm. Now we're going to go up to the wrists, rub them again. It's light touch, not too much pressure. Change the wrist. Nice, and then we go up to the forearm. And again, rub it. You can change the speed, maybe rub it super hard, maybe a little bit slower, in big motions or small motions, more like quick. Change the arm, rub the other forearm. Right, and we go up to the elbow. Let's rub the elbow from the outside and the eye of the elbow as well. And then change the arm and rub the other elbow on the inside. Great, and go up to your upper arm. And again, you modify the speed or the size of your rubbing motions. And it depends, maybe if you're a little bit cold, you can rub a little bit faster to create a little bit of heat. And we go to the other arm. So rub the upper arm, your tricep, your biceps, your shoulders now. We go up to the shoulder. And remember, let's rub the shoulder, but let's also rub the scapula, the back of your shoulder, your clavicule, your collarbone. And then let's change the shoulder. And again, we rub the shoulder, but we also rub the scapula and the clavicule. Amazing. And now we're going to place our hands under our chin, and we're going to slide the hands like we were imitating the swallowing motion with our hand. You have to tilt your head back slightly. Amazing. And rub your sternum as well, and the part that it connects to your clavicule. Very light touch is good. And now we're going to bring the left hand, we place it over the right trap, right here, right where the neck connects to the shoulder. And let's put kind of a heavy hand and let's rub towards the front of your body. And then we change. We place the right hand over the upper trap and we bring, imagine you were trying to bring your trap towards the front. And then we change the hand. Again, and then we tilt every time we go to one side, we tilt the head away. Just to release some tension of your upper trap. Amazing. A few rounds, as much as you like. And we can also do some little massage on your trap here, all the way down to your shoulder and up through your neck, and change the side, sorry. Maybe a little massage on your trap. You can feel that when you massage it, maybe there are some parts that are a little bit more loose and there are some others that feel tense. All right, come back to center. Place both your hands on your knees. Inhale, grow tall and lengthen. And exhale, we drop the chin to the chest and we're going to go through some half neck circles. So we inhale and lift the head to the right. Exhale down through center. Inhale up, left ear to left shoulder, and exhale, drop it down to the chest, and inhale up to the right. Exhale back to center, inhale up to the left. Exhale back to center, and inhale, lift the head up to center. Well done. All right, now we can softly open the eyes. And let's go to a tabletop position. Remove the block if you were on it. All right. All right, let's first check that our wrists are under our shoulders, knees under the hips. And we are going to first lengthen the spine, grow tall, the head goes towards the front of the mat and your tailbone is going to the back, but we keep the spine long and your core soft and relaxed, letting the air flow through your body naturally. And so we will start with doing some shoulder blade push-ups. And the idea is we are not going to bend the elbows stay straight, and we are going to drop the torso, letting your shoulder blades meet each other at the center of your spine. And then we're going to push away through your thoracic spine. And so the shoulder blades are going to run away from each other. And so we drop the shoulder blades, and we push them away. And then again, we drop and push the shoulder blades away. Let's do a few rounds of these. Amazing. And we are working on this scapula motion, right? Remember, I told you the scapula is part of your shoulder. So it's also good to work on the muscles that stabilize your scapula. Nice. We meet at the center, and let's go through some cat and cow. So inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the head up. And exhale, we drop the tailbone down, we round the spine, push up to the ceiling, drop your head. Inhale, lift the tail, drop the belly. And exhale, we round the spine. And I invite you to just wiggle your spine here, be intuitive. Whatever you feel like you need to go, you go. Just a few breaths. Nice, well done. All right, let's sit back on our heels. If this is too much, you can again sit back up on a block. And let's do some wrist warm up. So first, we're gonna take your arms long out in front of you, and let's do some of these flicking motion for your forearms. Just a little bit. Great. Now interlace your hands together and let's do these circles. Now the idea is that you go through the full range of motion of your wrists to one side and then to the other one. Ooh, even though it might look a bit tricky, it might be slightly more challenging to the other side. All right, shake them up. Great. Now, so now we're going to go through some scapula movements. All right, we're going to change the position of the arm, and we're going to move the shoulder blade, but starting at the scapula. All right. So I am going to just for the first one give you my back, but maybe you can see the way my scapula moves or what I'm doing. And let's do it like this, diagonally. I guess it will be okay. Okay, so the first one that we're going to start is by bringing let's start with the left arm in front of us. We're going to bend the elbow slightly, do a little fist, so you kind of control this. And from the scapula, we are going to lift the shoulder up, take the scapula back, take it down and to the front, up, back, down, and front. And then we're going to reverse it. Back, up, front, and down. All right? So get all set up. Arm in front of you. And again, think of the movement coming from your shoulder blade and not from your arm. Okay? So let's fix the elbow, the fist. You don't need to like be pressing the fist. It's just to keep the hand quiet. And so we're going to start. Lift your shoulder up. Take it back, down, and front, up, back, down, and front. One more, up, back, down, and front. And now we reverse it. Back, up, front, down, back, up, front, down. Last one, back, up, front, down. Well done. Shake it up. Now, if you feel that at any point, any of this movement is like shaking a little bit, that's all good. It means that your body needs to do this in order to create a better mapping for your brain to understand the way your shoulder moves way better. Now, we're going to change the position of the arm. We're going to take it to the outside. Again, you can make the fist, and we're going to lift the shoulder up, bring it to the center of the spine, back and out, up to the center of the spine, down and out, up to the center, down and front. And now we reverse it. Back, up, side and down, back, up, side and down. Last one, back, up, side and down. Woo! Amazing. Shake. Can do some tapping on the shoulder blade. And now let's change to the other shoulder. So again, we lift the arm up kind of diagonally. We bend the elbow, make the little fist to keep your hand there and your fingers quiet. And we're going to start with taking the shoulder up, back, down, and front. Remember that the movement comes from the scapula, up, back, down, and front. And we reverse. Back, up, front, and down, back, up, front, and down. One more, back, up, front, and down. Well done. Shake it out. And now let's change with the arm to the outside. And again, we go shoulder up towards the center of the spine, down and out. Be mindful of not bending the elbow. Shoulder up, back, down, and out. One more, up, back, down, and out. And we reverse. Back, up, out, and down. We bring it back to the center, up, out, and down. One more. Keep breathing. Nice, well done. Now, the idea is that these movements, the more we practice them, the smoother we can accomplish them. And then they end up being kind of a circle rather than a square. You can try if you want, if you can do them smoother with both your arms. But for now, let's shake it out. Great, you are doing awesome, team. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna move is our elbow. So I want you to place your left hand under your right elbow, and we're gonna bring the palm towards the body, thread it under your left arm, and then again and again. These elbow circles. The left hand is just so you don't go anywhere, and you really move the elbow and not the shoulder. And to the outside. You're going to have to wiggle, of course, this left hand. Otherwise, it won't let you do the full circle. And then we change to the inside first. Great. A few, and to the outside. So it's more complicated for me. Great. Shake it out, and let's go to the tabletop. Okay, so what we're going to do is the following. Now we're going to use our precious brain in order to activate some stabilizer muscles of your joint. And it goes like this. So your brain works the following way. So your left side, the left side of your brain controls voluntary movement, so something that you want to do, voluntary movement of the opposite side of your body, but at the same time it sends signals to the same side stabilizer muscles in order to keep you stable whenever you want to move. Say, for example, I want to reach a glass of water with my right side, and so my left side brain is sending the information to the right hand to create the movement of grabbing the glass, but the left side is also sending signals to your right side stability muscles to get active in order for you not to just collapse, right? Imagine you wouldn't have this side stable here, it would just collapse. So we're going to use this in order to activate your stabilizer muscles of your shoulders. So we're going to go to tabletop, spine nice and long. We're going to take the left arm, out in front of us, and we are going to create with this left arm a figure 8 on the air. Imagine you had an infinite in front of you that you had to draw. Nice. To one side and change directions. If a figure 8 is too complex, you can do circles. But the idea is that while the right side of your brain is working on creating this movement, this voluntary movement, it is also working really hard to keep the right side of your body stable. Nice, and we change the arm. We take the right arm out long and we create this infinite or figure 8 in front of us. Change direction. Great, one more. Nice, place both your hands on the mat. Tuck under your toes and lift the bottom up for a downward facing dog. Push away through your shoulders, and of course, let's take a few times for our first down dog. We can wiggle it, pedal out, maybe do some twists with the spine, whatever you think you need. And now we come to find stillness. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, deep bend on the knees and step, float, fly your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, create space, glutes are engaged. Exhale, we fall down over both legs. Inhale and sweep both arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands through heart center. We release the arms next to us. Great, feel your feet grounding on the mat. And now we inhale and bend the knees, hinge of the hips, Utkatasana. Lift both your arms up. Be mindful of having your ribs soft, not flaring them out. Glutes are super, super engaged. And now I would like us to go through some shoulder movements in here. So we're going to elevate the shoulders. So take your shoulders trying to touch your ears and depress them back and elevate. Depress. Shrug your shoulders. Shrug them one more. And one more. Inhale here and exhale. Uttanasana. Well done. Inhale, lift the torso, create space. Exhale, fold down. Place your hands on the mat and step it back to a high plank. Inhale here. And exhale, drop your knees, bend the elbows and drop your torso all the way down to your mat. Place your hands under your shoulders, strong through the glutes, and inhale and lift the chest slightly. Your shoulder blades are squeezing back and down. And exhale, tuck under your toes, push it back to a child's pose and lift your head, your hips, up for a downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, now from here we inhale and sweep the right leg up, square hips, push out through your heel. Inhale here, and exhale, we bring the right knee to the chest. Take your weight towards your shoulders, and we place this right leg between our hands, and inhale, sweep the arms up, and we lifted the torso up for a high lunge. Now, let's check that the glutes are engaged, that your hips are not maybe to one side or maybe one higher than the other one. Just use your touch to give you information about this. And now we're going to do some shoulder circles, but the idea is that we really control the movement of the shoulder, but trying to not compensate with the rest of our body, right? So we're going to need to keep, first the shoulders, the glutes are super engaged, your legs are going to be really active, and we need to keep the ribs soft, all right? So really focus on moving on the full range of motion of the shoulder, not adding extra, maybe extension of your spine or anything that compensates there. All right, so let's inhale, both arms to the front. Palms are facing each other. And when we reach the most that we can, we're gonna flip the palms to the outside. Continue the circle as back as you can, shoulder blades almost touching each other. And then inhale, sweep them up. Flip the palms to the outside and keep the circle going. Don't lose the engagement on your legs, on your glutes. Again, be super mindful and super soft. Nice, well done. Now inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fall down and frame the left foot. Inhale here and exhale, take the left foot back to a plank. Inhale and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And we're gonna stop here one moment. And we're gonna do some shoulder shrugs. Same idea as we did the shoulder blade push-up. So we're gonna drop it down, let your shoulders kind of touch your ears. And then push up. And then drop it down and push up. Remember that your glutes are engaged. Your head is in line with the spine, not collapsing back and down and up. One more, and we use the momentum to push you up to a downward facing dog. Great, well done. And now we go to the other side. So inhale and sweep the left leg up. Square the hips. Push through your heel towards the back. Inhale here. And exhale, bring left knee to chest. And place the left foot between the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up to a high lunge. And let's continue with the circles. So again, keep torso stable. Really try to only focus on moving the shoulder. Anything else but the shoulder. Okay, so let's go. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Palms are facing each other. Once they reach the top, they flip, palms out. Shoulder blades meeting, squeeze them back. Inhale up. Exhale back, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. One more, inhale up. And exhale down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Well done. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Frame your left foot. Take it back to a plank. Inhale here. And exhale, we drop the knees down. And we drop the torso all the way down to a mat. Now, we are going to do the shoulder push-ups, but we are going to do it from a low plank. So place your forearms on the ground. Tuck under your toes, lift the hips up, and from here, everything is engaged, your glutes are engaged, your core is engaged, but you're still letting it breathe in and out, and we're gonna drop it down through the shoulders and push shoulder blades away. Shoulder blades meet at the center of the spine, and then we push them up and away from each other. One more. Nice, well done. And we're gonna try from here to go to plank. One arm at a time, and do the same but in a plank position. So let your shoulders drop, push them away, drop the chest, shoulder blades meet at the back, Push away. One more, you've got this. And push it back to a downward facing dog. Well done, team. You're doing amazing. It is very tough to work on our shoulders, but you are doing great. Nice. So inhale and lift the heels up. Exhale, bend the knees. Look towards the front of the mat and step or jump your feet forward. Inhale, lift the chest, create some space, and exhale and we fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Let's stand in Tadasana for a second. One hand on your belly, one hand on the chest. And let's take 2 big releasing breaths. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, side it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side it out. Well done. Open the eyes. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest, create space. And exhale, we fold. Place your hands on the mat and step it back to a plank. Inhale here and exhale, Chaturanga, down to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great, and now on our downward facing dog, we're gonna do the shoulder shrug thing. So from here, first check that your hips are comfortable, right? You're not straining anything on your legs. Push the floor away. And we're gonna do the same. So first we're gonna let the shoulders kind of collapse and push them up. And let them collapse. Shoulder blades meet at the center of the spine. And push away. Drop them back and push. Drop and push. One more, drop. Strong through those shoulders and push. Amazing, well done. Inhale here. Lift the heels up. Exhale, bend the knees. Look towards the front of the mat and step your feet forward. Inhale, create space, lifting the chest. And exhale, fold down over both legs. Inhale, lift the chest. Amazing. And now we're gonna spread our wings out and let's do some little circles. Here, the glutes are super engaged. Super engaged, and then let's make the circles go back. Amazing, and exhale, and we drop it all the way down. And we're gonna place the hands on the mat and step it back to a plank. From here, we're gonna go to a low plank. Come on, little challenge. And what we're gonna do from here is the following. We're gonna drop the shoulders down, lift them up, and we're gonna walk the feet, lifting the hips all the way out, up, and then we're gonna walk the feet out to a low plank again. Drop the shoulders, push them up, and walk your feet towards your hands, lifting your hips up. Walk back to a low plank. One more. Drop your shoulders, push back up, and walk your feet up to a dolphin, and back to a low plank. Very strong, come on, last one, push up to a plank. Inhale here, and exhale, wave it down to a downward facing dog. Awesome, team, you're doing great. Maybe a little smile. Great, well done. All right, so now we're gonna walk our hands towards our feet. Drop the head, and we're gonna engage the glutes and roll the spine all the way up to standing. Great. Now we're gonna do some arm circles, but we're gonna do them in a different way. So let's do it a little bit more dynamic than before. Before we did super control. So now I want us to go through these arm circles, but kind of like letting it be. Now, again, I don't want the flaring. It's not that I don't want, but it would be convenient not to flare the ribs out. If the circles have to be this small or even smaller, it's all good if you can really go super high. But I encourage you to try to keep the center of your body stable and in the center. All right, so let's first start at the back and use some sort of inertia and momentum to let the arms circle and to the opposite side. If this hurts, or if there's any pain or of any sort, please stop. Again to the back and again to the front. And now we're gonna do one and one. So one arm. Yes, so well done. First one arm will look like a little, like a little fun. Great, you can bend your knees slightly if you want. But again, the idea is not to be swimming, right? It's to keep the torso, the legs, as stable as we can and move through the arms. And now we change direction. Great. Amazing, and release down. Well done, team. All right, so we're gonna walk the hands to the front of the mat and we drop it back. We drop it down to our bellies. Nice, okay. Let's start with the left arm out on a cactus shape. We place the left side of our face on the mat. And then we're gonna roll over this shoulder. We can either stack the right leg over the left, or we can bring this right foot to step behind us. And we drop, and so we let the shoulder open. Now we're starting to cool down, so well done. It's time to start lengthening your breath. Amazing, come back to center. Now we change sides. We place the right arm in a cactus shape. Next to us, place the right side of your face. Use your left arm to push you and roll you back again. Place the left leg, wherever you feel more comfortable. But just be mindful of this stretch being on the shoulder. You can close your eyes if you want to. Nice, and roll back to center. Place both your hands on top of each other and use the back of your hands like a little pillow for your forehead. Take a releasing breath at any moment that you want to. Nice, well done. Now we're gonna place both our hands underneath our shoulders. We're gonna tuck under the back toes and push back to a child's pose. Now we're gonna do a puppy pose, but I encourage you to do it actively, and even more if you are maybe a little bit hypermobile on your shoulders. I want us to go through this puppy pose and really manage to open the shoulders, but in an active way. Okay, so place your hands at the top of the mat. Your hips and knees are in line, and so from here, the idea would be to drop the torso to the floor, but we are gonna put your ribs in, knit your ribs in, and keep this shape, but actively. Okay, you're still pushing through your shoulders, and you can perceive if you can drop it down slightly, open the shoulders, but keeping the shape active. And now if you feel like you can drop the chin and chest to the floor for a more passive way to accomplishing this pose. Great, well done. And now we're gonna go all the way back to a narrow leg child's pose. Drop your head and drop your shoulders. You can roll your forehead on the mat, side to side, in a little sway. Maybe you find some stillness. On your next inhale, we lift the torso up, swing your legs around, and let's go to the floor. Stand your feet near the top of the mat, knees are up towards the ceiling, and we roll the spine vertebra per vertebra, little by little, all the way up to the mat. And stretch your legs out long. Let your arms rest at the side of your body. And we use these last few moments for a little Shavasana. So you can have your eyes closed. And so let's use these few last minutes to recheck the way we feel, recheck the way our shoulders feel. Where can I perceive the energy flowing? Maybe there are some parts of the body that you feel that there's more heat and more energy and more action going on there, and some others are slightly more relaxed and the energy is flowing softer in there. And so I want you to, for a moment, just visualize both your shoulders. Maybe try to remember the image that I showed you at the beginning of the way your shoulder joint is made up. And imagine both your shoulders going through all these crazy ranges of motion and opening and closing and adducting and rotating. Just imagine your shoulders moving, very mobile, really healthy, strong. And I want you to breathe in that image and exhale and melt your body over the ground and let the ground take all the weight of your body. Nice, and connect to your breath. And elongate your inhales and exhales. Appreciate your body for going through all of this class. Whatever it is that you did, if you managed to go through all the exercises fully, or if you had to stop, or if you just go to your mat and stayed in a child's pose for the remaining time, then just be very thankful and proud of being present and taking the time to connect, to explore, to discover. And now very gently, little by little, let's bring back some sensation to the physical body. Move your fingers, wiggle the toes. Maybe circle your wrists and your ankles. Without opening the eyes, whenever you're ready, roll to one side and pause. And now we lift up to a seated position. We place one hand on top of each other at the heart center. And now we take a last big releasing breath all together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale and sigh it out. Palms together. Amazing. Well done, everyone. All right, I don't know about you, but my shoulders are feeling really energetic right now. So if you like this flow, please hit the like button. If you would like more free content, please subscribe to my channel. And of course, I would like to know about you. I would like to know what you would like to do. So if you have any requests or anything that you're curious about, please feel free to leave a comment. And I will see what we can do. Maybe we can make a video about it. So yeah, I like hearing ideas and listening to what it is that you want. So of course, I'd love to read you. And yeah, that was it for today. Thank you very much for taking the time to come to the class and go through all these drills. I hope you're feeling good. And yes, see you on the mat very soon. Bye-bye.